On behalf of Fitchburg State University, I would like to welcome you all here today as we celebrate the graduation of the second Recruit Officer course. My name is Lisa Lane McCarty, and I am the Academy Director of the Fitchburg State University Police Academy. Please stand to welcome the 9 graduates of the second ROC.
Class, front, face.
The Fitchburg State University ROTC will now present the colors. Please join Fitchburg State University student, class of 2020, Ms. Nicole Dankaus, in the singing of the national anthem.
Class, present,
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
class, order,
Thank you, Ms. Dankaus. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing while the honor guard exits the auditorium. At this time, I would like to invite Father Anthony to the stage to give the invocation.
class, ready, down.
Gracious God, we give thanks to you for the work of your hands. As we gather here today to celebrate a step forward into new places and new experiences, let us not forget the blessings that follow behind us. For the school, which has given us a safe place to learn and a strong foundation to build upon as we take this next step into your world. For our teachers and families who have been at our side, for the friendships that we cherish and the hardships we have endured. May we continue to serve you and our neighbor in all things. Let us seek to do your will in all things. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Class, ready, up.
Thank you, Father Anthony. Please be seated.
Class, ready, seats.
Thank you. It is now my honor to introduce to you our distinguished guests seated here on the stage. Assembled on stage to your left, Dr. Richard Lapidus, President of Fitchburg State University. Dr. Alberto Cardea, Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs. Retired Chief Robert J. Ferrulo Sr., Interim Executive Director of the Municipal Police Training Committee. Dr. Franca Baricelli, Dean of Arts and Sciences. Chief Michael Cloutier of the Fitchburg State University Police Department, and Dr. Weiss, Academic Coordinator of the Police Program. On stage to your right, seated in the front row, it really is my pleasure to introduce our Academy staff instructors who have worked each day with this class. All of them work full-time as supervisors in various police departments in the Commonwealth, but they also work part-time with us at the Academy. In my capacity as Academy Director, one of my primary responsibilities is to assemble a cadre of staff instructors to oversee the day-to-day operation of the class. I am fortunate to have staff instructors who are dedicated to the mission of training new police officers. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize them for their time, their motivation, their leadership, and I'd like to truly thank them for their commitment to Fitchburg State University. They are professional role models and mentors. They are critical to the success of the recruits and to our police program. This tone is set by our lead staff instructor, Sergeant Richard Gilchrist of the Berlin Police Department. I could not do what I do without his constant support and all his efforts. Sergeant Gilchrist always goes above and beyond for the Academy and for these recruits. His devotion to the mission of training new police officers is matched only by his passion for what he does. Working with this Academy while also maintaining his schedule as a sergeant and a supervisor at his police department means he has essentially worked 2 full-time jobs this summer. I cannot thank him enough for his commitment and sacrifice. Thank you, Sergeant Gilchrist. Seated next to Sergeant Gilchrist are the other members of our very talented staff instructor team. Sergeant William Duggan of the Maynard Police Department, Sergeant Stephen Fugier of the Sterling Police Department, and Sergeant Joshua Tossi of the Lunenburg Police Department. Seated in the second row are our physical training instructors. Our PT instructors probably spend the most time with our recruits. They work with them on their physical conditioning 4 times, sometimes 5 times a week, for 13 of the 17 weeks of the Academy. They are either all full-time working professionals or police officers who come out each morning for 2 to 3 hours because they are committed to this Academy and to the overall fitness level of our recruits. I am so grateful to them for their time and commitment to Fitchburg State University and to our recruits. I'm sure all of you in this room who know these recruits will agree that their physical conditioning has changed dramatically over the past 17 weeks. This is due in large part to our lead PT instructor, Mr. Eric Bailey, seated in the first seat of the second row. Instructor Bailey is an expert in the physical fitness field and also is one of the longest-serving PT instructors certified by the Municipal Police Training Committee. He has been teaching recruits for just about 20 years now and has taught 29 recruit officer courses, including our first and now our second ROC. We are very fortunate to have him. Thank you for all you do for us, Mr. Bailey. I appreciate it. Seated next to Mr. Bailey is another one of our PT instructors, Officer James O'Brien of the Grafton Police Department. Not able to attend today are PT instructors Officer Anthony Dagnello from the Department of Correction, Officer Dominic Walker and Officer Cassie D'Souza from the Rutland Police Department, and Officer Jake LaChance of the Lunenburg Police Department. I thank them as well. It's now my pleasure to introduce the president of Fitchburg State University, Dr. Richard Lapidus, who will offer some opening remarks.
Thank you very much, Lisa, and for all the good work that you do at the Academy here. So good afternoon, and to our guests, welcome to Fitchburg State University. I'm pleased that you're able to attend today's Academy graduation and celebrate outstanding student achievement. I want to take a moment and just recognize a couple of people that are here. First of all, we have a Board of Trustee member, Lynn Barrio, is here. Thank you for coming, Lynn, and all you do for the university. I also wanted to recognize City Councilor Walsh. Thank you for coming. And all the police chiefs from the various municipalities that have come here today to observe our ceremony. As Fitchburg State celebrates its 125th anniversary this year, I can tell you that this has always been a progressive institution with regard to its academic curricula, and that it is recognized as being one of the first institutions to implement observe and practice, or what we know today as theory to practice learning. Additionally, as an institution, we have always expressed great pride in the accomplishments of our students and believe that they can excel in anything they elect to do, given the correct guidance in their characteristic high level of perseverance. Today, we see yet another example of these traits as we graduate 9 talented students or recruits from the second ROC class of our Criminal Justice Police Academy program. This program is the only program in the country that combines academics and police academy training, and we are grateful for our strong partnership with the Municipal Police Training Committee. It is my hope that the lessons we continue to learn with each successive class can be used to shape the way those in policing think about the collaborative power of higher education and police training moving forward. When the full program is completed, these students will have earned both an undergraduate and graduate degree in criminal justice and successfully fulfilled all of the applied and tactical standards required of the MPTC. This is an extraordinary accomplishment, and we are very proud not only for their success, but also for the character they have exhibited throughout their journey. I know that it will serve them well as they serve the communities that will soon employ them. Some of these recruits have already been hired as police officers in various municipalities within the Commonwealth, and some will actually begin reporting for duty as early as this Monday. This is one of our goals, to have our students hired prior to even graduating from our police academy. I hope that as police officers, each of you will stay connected to the university and share your experiences with future students and perhaps even serve as mentors in the program. Let me conclude by wishing each of you the very best of luck as you start out in what I know will be both a challenging and rewarding profession in law enforcement. I know each of you will do great, and please be safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lapidus. It is now my distinct honor to introduce the Interim Executive Director of the Municipal Police Training Committee, retired Police Chief Robert J. Ferrulo, Jr., to the podium to say a few words.
Yes. Good afternoon. I'll be brief. It's Friday afternoon. If I can just break it into a few parts. My name is Bob Ferrulo. I'm the Executive Director of the Police Training Committee, or at least for the next few months. I retired in November of being a police chief, where I had a front row seat to the greatest show on earth for close to 30 years. If I could briefly just address the 9 officers in front of me. You guys are about to embark on a career, a profession that's second to none. And you've done it in such a great, innovative way with this wonderful educational institution that Dr. Lapidus, in his forward-looking approach to police training, it's cutting edge. You guys should be proud to be part of this second class and to go out and serve your communities that you end up in well, serve your communities that you end up in very well. I want to congratulate you for that. A word of caution, if I could, on a few points. The game's for real. Whoever goes to work Monday morning, it's game on. It doesn't say on your uniform, be careful, be easy on me, it's my first day, or I'm a rookie, be nice to me. The game's on. Please be careful. Take the education that you've received from some of the finest instructors in the Commonwealth and beyond, and listen to them. Your PT instructors, your staff instructors, everything that you learned was for a reason. What amount of yelling or hollering or discipline that there was, it was to relate to something that you are going to face in the real world when you go to work on Monday. Please be careful. On behalf of the police chiefs, we're open on Saturdays and Sundays. We work Christmas, and just because it's raining or cold, you can't stay home. It's a 7-day-a-week job. Please serve your departments well, the police chiefs well, and set the image that you need to set. And the third thing to remember is that please remember your families. Details in overtime, they're there every day. Your kids' baseball games, as you get to that point in your life, they're done at one and done. So please balance your life with your work career. Those are lessons that I learned over my 30 years of being a police officer and my last 7 as being chief. You have a lot to be proud of. It's the greatest profession in the world, and I urge you to carry on. To Fitchburg State University, I am so thrilled to be involved in this partnership with them. I had a wonderful meeting with the president on Wednesday afternoon. We have a lot of great plans to work together. The state's going to come forward to support this program to the extent that it works for the college, and I'm thrilled at the growth of the program. This isn't a one and done, or this isn't a flash in the pan. This is looking toward providing educated, well-trained police officers into a community for them to serve, and you guys should be proud to be part of that. That being said, congratulations on your accomplishment. Doctor, thank you very much for your commitment to the training, and we look forward to working with you for the years to come and build a great partnership. Good luck to you guys, and thanks for having me here today.
So according to the program, it's now time for the director's address, like you haven't had enough of me already. And I'm just going to tell you, it's full moon, and it's Friday the 13th, and I woke up with a scratchy throat, so I might have to take a sip of water. I am honored and thrilled to have this opportunity to tell you a little bit about these 9 young men and women sitting in front of you and what it took for them to get here today. I want to share with you what I know about who these 9 are as human beings and who I predict they will be as future police officers. I want everyone to know exactly what this group has gone through to be here today, because it's extraordinary. So let's begin by showing a brief video presentation that the 2nd ROC has put together to show you, from their perspective, what were the highlights and possibly some of the lowlights from their academy journey.
My songs know what you did in the dark. My songs know what you did in the dark. So light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up. I'm on fire. So light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up. I'm on fire.
Thank you, 2nd. That was perfect. Bring back some good memories? And I know you can't see me. That's all right. I have known these 9 since they were second semester sophomores. They were 19 and 20 back then. They are now 22 and 23. I have watched with great pride their transformation from young undergrads into mature, fit, confident, and disciplined police officers. And it has been my absolute privilege to be one small piece of their process. And I hope that I, to paraphrase Bill Belichick, did my job. This group of young men and women represented me, the Academy staff, and the university with pride and integrity throughout their 17 weeks in the Academy. They did their driving training with the Mass State Police at Devens for a week. When I went out there during the week, the troopers told me that they were one of the best recruit classes they have ever had out there, which is saying a lot. When they went to Medway for active shooter training for 2 days, they met Millis Police Chief Chris Sapphire. Chief Sapphire texted me, and I quote, "I met the recruits while they were in Medway. I just wanted to let you know they are a great group of kids. They were all business and were engaged as they should be. It's been a while since I have met a group like that." A university employee, Sandy Herndon, ran into 2 of the recruits, Hyde and Gower, in the McKay parking lot one day and emailed me about it. She said, and I quote, "Rocco is my therapy dog in training. These student officers were so kind to allow Rocco to greet them on their way out of the McKay lot and pose for pictures. I'm sure they had had a very long day, but they took the time and were so nice. So proud of these guys." On a personal note, I will tell you that I spoke with the class one day about a month ago to alert them that there was a chance I would be gone from the academy for an undetermined length of time due to a family medical issue. I assured them that the staff instructors would make sure they had everything they needed if I was out. I shared with them that my 25-year-old niece had been hospitalized. The next morning at the PT field, I noticed when they handed in their paperwork to the staff instructor that there was a bright purple envelope in the stack. The staff instructor walked over to me and handed it to me. It was a get well card addressed to my niece and signed by all 9 of them. My niece is still hospitalized and is quite ill. Yesterday, I received a notification that as a class, the second ROC made a generous donation to her GoFundMe. One positive characteristic which we hope all police officers possess is empathy. This group has it, and it has a great deal of it. I will never forget their kindness and their support in the midst of their own very, very difficult journey. The second ROC entered this police program over 4 years ago, not knowing what they were getting into at all. They were part of a much larger group back then, but they are the last 9 standing here before you today. For 4 years, they have followed all the rules, made all the grades, followed all of the directions, listened to all of the advice, and stayed single-mindedly focused on their goal. Who among us can say we could have accomplished the same at 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 years of age? It's remarkable. They are remarkable. This is the last time I will have a small group graduating like this, so if you could just give me a minute, I'd like to speak to them directly, even though they can't see me. Maybe I can even get them to smile or laugh, even with their drill instructor sitting right in front of them. Eyes on me, please, second. As proud as I am to send you on your way to do great things in this world, I am also a little sad. I'm going to miss you terribly. We've had 2 years and 9 months together. You have been a part of my every day. You've been a part of my professional life. You've been part of all of my summer. But you are worth having no summer vacation. But I would just be sure to apologize to my husband on your way out. He's sitting right over there in the front row. I knew some of you very well before the academy, but I got to know all of you very well over the past 17 weeks. I genuinely think the world of each and every one of you. Let's start with Hyde. Hyde, you're going to kill me. Hyde, you went from getting yelled at by Sergeant Gilchrist for falling asleep in the front row at a monthly meeting to become the class leader in providing them with tremendous leadership. I hope that this is a lesson for all the police students in this auditorium today. As Kevin Garnett once said, anything is possible. But I wouldn't recommend falling asleep anywhere with Sergeant Gilchrist around. Let that be a lesson to you, too. Sorry, Hyde, I had to do that. Beal, as student leader, you coordinated a system to organize the entire police program, which the current student leaders are keeping in place. That's your legacy here. You should be very proud of that. Ferreira, people are already laughing, see? I'll miss you showing up every day at my office door as an undergrad with your green protein drink in hand and your long list of questions and concerns. I loved our chats, and I echo what many of the Academy instructors have said to me over these 17 weeks. Quote, there's just something about that girl. Manganelli, your reaction after getting sprayed on spray day will live in infamy, and I'll just leave it at that. Brabham, you're the only recruit in the history of recruits to smile at everything while in the academy. I don't think we had anyone ever enjoy an academy as much as you. Gower, or as I like to call you, quote, fly under the radar, Gower. I had no idea who you even were at the first PT assessment. Nicely done. You are just very good at everything you do, and you do it in a quiet yet determined manner. Keep flying under the radar. It's not a bad thing. Medina, you made us so proud as the class of 2019 valedictorian, and then absolutely slayed this academy. There is absolutely nothing you cannot do. As Sergeant Brennan told me during Applied Patrol Procedures Week, I tell Medina something once, and she just gets it. Socrat, you wear your heart on your sleeve, which will enable you to help so many people in this profession. Don't ever lose that quality. It's what's special about you. Urato, wow, there's so much I can say. Most of it not appropriate for this venue. No one exhibited more heart than you in this class, no one. You were appointed the guide-on bearer by the staff and by me for that reason. Hyde was the class leader, but you were the spirit and the energy of this class. And I think what I will miss most about this academy overall is hearing you yelling in that booming voice, "You got this, Ferreira." There is nothing that you all can't achieve. Your stellar performance in this academy has defined you as a class and as individuals. Early this summer on policeone.com, I read an academy graduation keynote address given to the Dayton, Ohio Police Academy Class 108 by Dr. Kathy Platoni, a clinical psychologist in the Army Reserves. Here's a small excerpt of what she said. When you tend to the broken lives of those in crisis, when you remove the defenseless from harm's way, when you are the quiet hero that serves countless lives that no one will ever know about, you bring humanity and altruism to a planet starved for it. Never forget that regardless of all else, your most important job is to go home at the end of your shift and to hug your loved ones, and to allow them to walk with you through the worst of times. Do the same for them, because the cop's family often pays an equally high price for what they do and what they see. Never allow what haunts you to become the unbearable cargo that defines your career. Always remember that it is your family, your friends, your fellow officers, and your mentors who will accompany you on this journey as you walk through fire and woundedness that cannot be erased. Being a police officer is what you will do for a living. It's not who you are as a person. Never get so wrapped up in the job that you forget that you are first a son, a daughter, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a friend, and one day a husband, a wife, a mother, a father. You've heard a lot about the sacrifices you will make in this job, but let's talk for a minute about the sacrifices your families will be making with you in this job. As you begin this career of almost no holidays off, almost no weekends off, starting out on the overnight shift, missing sleep, missing family functions, missing birthdays, anniversaries, countless special occasions, the list goes on. Your families will be sacrificing as well. I'm the daughter of a retired police lieutenant. I lived that life. I know what I speak of. There will be times that you will be at work helping other people's families when sometimes your family may need you more. But that's what you signed up for, and your families understand that. It doesn't mean it will be easy, though, for any of you. As they will take care of you through this crazy journey, always remember to take care of them right back. I was fortunate to meet a lot of your family members throughout this academy. I saw their proud faces as they had the chance to observe you during one of your defensive tactics training days. It was, I think, my favorite day of the entire academy. My last directive to all of you as your academy director is to be sure to thank them today of all days. They have been behind the scenes these 4 years helping me to help you to get here today. In fact, at this time, I would like to ask all of the family members of the 2nd ROC to stand up and be recognized with a round of applause. Thank you. In closing, let me leave you with this quote from Bruce Lee, which sums up our time together. Absorb what is useful, discard what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. Congratulations, 2nd. Go out there and be outstanding. Yes, it's still me talking. Let me slip back into my Master of Ceremonies role again as we are ready to present the class awards. Before I begin announcing the awards, I would just like to congratulate all of the student officers for their efforts. Although we can only issue these 4 awards, you all should be recognized and could be recognized for your hard work and dedication. I'd like to ask the lead PT instructor, Eric Bailey, and PT instructor, Officer O'Brien, to assist me in presenting the 2 PT awards. Physical training was done every morning at the academy. PT training included runs, strength, and circuit training. At certain points of the academy, the PT staff conducted assessments in areas such as a 1.5-mile run, push-ups, sit-ups, 300-meter sprint, and an agility run. The first award is the PT Achievement Award. This award goes to the student officer with the best overall score. To give you an idea, this winning officer ran the 1.5 miles in 10 minutes and 53 seconds and did 56 push-ups and 53 push-ups in 1 minute. The PT Achievement Award is presented to Officer Madison Medina. Next, we will be presenting the PT Most Improved Award. An evaluation was done at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of the academy. This award goes to the student officer who had the most improved PT score at the end of the academy. This officer improved their PT score by 38.75%. The PT Most Improved Award is presented to Officer Ryan Manganelli. Thank you, Instructor Bailey and Officer O'Brien. I'd now like to invite Lead Staff Instructor Sergeant Richard Gilchrist up to help me present the next 2 awards. The first is the Firearms Achievement Award. The class had a full week of firearms training at the range, as well as a day of weapon safety prior to going to the range. During our firearms training, the class had to qualify with their firearms multiple times. They also participated in a challenging course, which combined all of the skills they had learned during the week. The course was timed, and penalty time was added for each miss. All of their qualification scores were combined with the score from the combat course and the award goes to the student officer with the best overall score from all of that. The Firearms Achievement, also called our Top Gun Award, is presented to Officer Adam Hyde. Next is the EVOC Award. EVOC is an acronym for Emergency Vehicle Operator Course. The course runs a full week and is very challenging. The week included precision courses, backup courses, brake and turn courses, pursuits, and cornering. This award goes to the student officer who had the best combined score on all of the EVOC courses. The EVOC Achievement Award is presented to Officer Matthew Beal. Congratulations to all of the award recipients. At this time, I would like to welcome the class leader, Adam Hyde, up to the podium to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to start off by thanking Director Lane, along with our drill instructors, PT instructors, and everyone else who had a hand in this academy for the time and dedication they had in training us. Without them, we would not be the people or officers they have trained us to be today. I would like to also thank the family and friends to everyone in this academy. We could have not gotten to this day without the love and support we have had along the way. Starting off day one, we were all shaking in our boots, not quite knowing what to expect, other than it was going to be a long ride to graduation day. But here we are. We made it. As much as we drove each other crazy every day, we pushed each other to do better even more. Way back in the beginning of the academy, we were told to come up with our own definition of teamwork. We all made our own short sentence and came up with this: succeeding and failing together by putting personal differences aside and working together as a unit to achieve the same goal. Realizing what it means to be on a team was important throughout the academy because we needed each other in order for us to successfully get through. It did not take us long to realize we would not make it through unless we worked together. Every time we all tried doing something our own way, we failed until we put our ideas together and found the most efficient way to complete a task. We quickly learned this was not going to be the do whatever you want academy. One of our first tasks on day one was to find our water bottles in the gym and fill them as fast as we could. We all got a water bottle and took off running as fast as we could to the first source of water we could find and back to the gym. We thought we were doing a good job until we were asked where our partner was. Those of us who were alone quickly realized we would not be doing anything without someone by our side for the rest of the academy. At first, it all seemed like we had to do things just to get yelled at, then try again another way until our drill instructors got tired of yelling at us. But I soon realized this wasn't the case. They were doing it so we could get used to working under stressful conditions. Once we started taking classes, we learned the importance of having a partner or backup with us and doing the little things. Doing the little things like making sure your gig line is right, your name tag is straight, or your shirt is properly tucked in. While it seemed tedious at the time, we realized it helps you pick up on the little details that can make your job easier and possibly save your life. While we all had days we did not want to get out of bed just to go to PT and then sit in class all day, we did it anyway because we all knew this was the job we wanted to have and we would not let anything get in the way of that. We have created a bond between us like no other and made friends we will have for the rest of our lives. When things might just not be going your way, I can say I would not hesitate to reach out to anyone in the 2nd ROC. While we may be small in numbers, this is a family that will always have each other's backs, and I wouldn't have wanted to go through this experience with anyone else. At this time, I'd like to ask President Lapidus to join me in the presentation of the class plaque.
Thank you, 2nd ROC. This plaque will be placed on display at Fitchburg State University for all visitors to see. Great job, Hyde. The class is now ready to receive their certificates. These certificates are hard-earned and represent 17 weeks of the 894.5-hour disciplined and structured training program. President Lapidus and I will now award the certificates, which will be followed by the pinning of the badges. For the badge pinners and family members who will be coming forward, please wait until the entire class has received their certificates, and then I will invite you at that time up for the badge pinning and photos. The pinners will come forward once the class is in position in front of the stage. Please hold your applause until all of the certificates have been awarded. And now, the big moment they have waited for, the awarding of certificates.
Class, on your feet. Right, face. Forward, march.
First squad leader, Matthew Beal. Jessica Ferreira. Tyler Brabham. Andrew Gower. Second squad leader, Madison Medina. Elena Sokrat. Ryan Manganelli. Class guidon bearer, Jason Urato. Class leader, Adam Hyde. Badge pinners and designated family members, please come forward now. Officer Matthew Beal is being pinned by his mother, Mary Beal, and his father, Thomas Beal. Officer Jessica Ferreira is being pinned by her mother, Angela Ferreira, and her father, Glenn Ferreira. Officer Ryan Manganelli is being pinned by his mother, Detective Linda Moschner of the Waltham Police Department. Officer Tyler Brabham is being pinned by his father, Trooper Craig Brabham, and his mother, Michelle Brabham. Officer Madison Medina is being pinned by her mother, Lisa Medina, and her father, Paul Medina. Officer Elena Sokrat is being pinned by her father, Aaron Sokrat, and her mother, Patty Sokrat. Officer Andrew Gower is being pinned by his father, Scott Gower, and his mother, Joan Gower. Officer Jason Urato is being pinned by his mother, Kim Kendall, and his father, Jesse Kendall. Officer Adam Hyde is being pinned by his mother, Dawn Hyde, and his father, Chris Hyde.
Congratulations to the second ROC on receiving their certificates. Badge pinners, thank you so much. You can return to your seats now.
Class, left, face. Forward, march. Class, right, face. Ready? Seats.
At this time, I would like to invite Chief Michael Cloutier of the Fitchburg State University Police Department to administer the oath of honor.
And now, as a statement of your affirmation, to uphold the high standards required of law enforcement, I ask that you take the law enforcement oath of honor. I also invite any member of law enforcement present here today to also stand and take the oath, and jointly we will reaffirm our commitment to perform our jobs ethically, with honor and integrity. Sergeant Gilchrist, please instruct the class to stand at this time.
Class, on your feet.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
Ready? Up.
On my honor, I will never betray my integrity, my character, or the public trust. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. I will always maintain the highest ethical standards and uphold the values of my community and the agency I serve. Thank you.
Ready? Down.
Thank you, Chief Cloutier. Congratulations, second ROC.
Class, ready? Seats.
It's the tradition of the Academy to transfer the class guide-on to Academy staff, and we will continue that tradition by asking the class guide-on bearer, Jason Urato, to come forward and present the guide-on to the Academy staff. This guide-on will be placed on display at Fitchburg State University, along with the class plaque for all visitors to see. At this time, I would like to ask Sergeant Gilchrist to dismiss the class for the last time. Once this is completed, this will conclude our ceremony for today. Thank you all for attending and sharing this memorable occasion. The auditorium and stage are available if you would like to stay and take any pictures. Sergeant Gilchrist, please dismiss the class.
Class, on your feet. Class, what's the count on deck? Class, on my command, I will dismiss you for the last time. Good luck, 2nd ROC. You are dismissed.